Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program.
ACT-CIS party list, ang boses ng inaapi.
And a group vowing to push for death penalty tops the party list race.
Yung mga walang malapitan, pagka lumalapit sila sa ibang ahensya ng gobyerno, hindi sila napapansin. Sa atin po, bukas ang ACT-CIS para sa kanila.
Para sa mga manggagawang Pilipino, sa mga naapi, sa mga OFW.
A Makabayan Bloc member, defender of people's rights, justice, and freedom, clinches the second spot.
Nakahanda kami dahil hindi rin naman titigil ang ating paglaban para sa interes ng ating mga kababayan.
Ako Bicol Party List, katabang na, kasunod pa.
While the party list group for Bicolanos successfully made a comeback at the lower house.
Patuloy pa rin yung suporta ng mga kababayan namin sa Bicol.
Winners have been proclaimed, but how crucial will their role be in the 18th Congress?
Actually, nothing. First of all, you don't have the numbers. And they are too fragmented. It cannot move as a block.
ACT-CIS, Bayan Muna, and ako Bicol Party List representatives Niña Taduran, Carlos Zarate, and Alfredo Garbin join us live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. The Commission on Elections has proclaimed the party list winners in the midterm polls, with two groups securing 3 seats at the House of Representatives. Leading the race is ACT-CIS party list, a group endorsed by TV personalities the Tulfo brothers. Longtime party list groups also make the cut, like Bayan Muna and Ako Bicol. With issues hounding the party list system, is it about time to review the law? And what do they really represent? Let's go straight to the source office story. First off, anti-crime and terrorism through community involvement and support. That's what it means. Or ACT-CIS party list representative Niña Taduran. Niña, welcome to the show. Good to have you. Congratulations.
Thank you. And good morning, Ms. Pinky. Yes, we made history and we are so humbled dun sa overwhelming support ng ating mga kababayan. Thank you very much.
Niña, you're the third, no?
I'm the third nominee, kaya I'm the worker for the first and second nominee.
Anong ibig sabihin
and
ng
we're not expecting dito sa very overwhelming support and unprecedented victory namin.
So, the story with ACT-CIS is, nanalo ang ACT-CIS in 2013.
Yes, during the time of Congressman Sammy Pagdilao.
Tumakbo muli ng 2016.
Yes, the wife of
hindi nanalo
yes.
si party list. Tapos tumakbo muli ng 2019. Ano, nagkaroon ba ng change ng organization, ng tao? Ipinasa ba to from one person to another?
Yes, actually from Congressman Sammy Pagdilao, ipinasa ito sa under the new management, which is si Mr. Eric Goyap. And ang lakas at inspirasyon talaga ng ACT-CIS party list ay sina Idol Raffy Tulfo tsaka nga si Erwin Tulfo.
Nanalo ba kayo at nag-number 1 ba kayo, would you say, because of the Tulfo brothers?
I think so, because of the Raffy Tulfo magic, plus our Wanted sa Radyo show, na talagang 20 years na yon, Miss Pinky. And of course, siguro yung hard work, kasi kami lang ang nominee na nag-iikot. Ako, halos inikot ko yung buong Pilipinas and yung buong Bicol, kasi I'm from Bicol. Yun ang baluarte ko. Plus si Congresswoman Jocelyn Puwa Tulfo is from Isabela. Doon naman siya nag-concentrate. Si Congressman Eric Goyap sa Davao naman. He's from Davao.
So, ang dami nyo palang na represent na mga parang baluarte.
And also overseas, we went to Dubai, we went to Hong Kong, Singapore. So talagang doon kami nagkampanya.
Anong unang gagawin ng ACT-CIS? What is really the agenda for you guys?
Okay, ACT-CIS party list kasi when you say ACT-CIS, parang we are the anti-crime crusaders. Kami yung party list para sa mga inaapi. So, ang unang-unang agenda namin, Miss Pinky, is since anti-crime crusaders kami, is ibalik talaga yung death penalty dun sa mga karumal-dumal na krimen. Like, for example, yung plunder, andyan yung terrorism, and syempre yung sa drugs. Plus, of course, meron kasi kaming advocacies, yung aming party list, which tinatawag namin itong CLAMP. Yung letter C, since dalawa kami girl power ni Congresswoman Tulfo, we want to champion the women's and children's rights. Tataasan namin yung parusa sa mga, yung sa child abuse, sexual exploitation, so human trafficking, para sa mga kabataan at kababaihan. So we want to, we will really push for that. And yung letter L, we are known for yung show namin as Labor and Employment Watchdog. Meaning, babantayan namin yung ating mga manggagawa, especially yung mga most exploited workers natin in the country. Andyan yung mga security guards, yung construction workers, at the same time po, protection na natin yung mga kapakanan nitong tinatawag natin ng mga buhay na bayani, yung mga OFWs, mga overseas Filipino workers. So, andyan din po yung letter A, bilang anti-crime crusaders, andyan na nga po yung papatawan natin ng mas mabigat na parusa yung mga gumagawa ng karumal-dumal na krimen, yung terroristic attack, kasi nakakasira ito sa international image, sa image natin sa international community, para nga makapag-invite tayo ng mga investors.
Before you go to the M, Niña, so sinasabi niyo kasi anti-crime crusader kayo at gusto niyong ibalik ang death penalty for crimes such as plunder. Sabi mo kasi karumal-dumal na mga krimen tulad ng plunder, terrorism, and drugs. Paano naging karumal-dumal na krimen ang plunder at karumal-dumal na krimen ng terrorism? Please explain that.
Alam mo naman kasi pag terrorism, Miss Pinky, di ba talagang ano to yung mga inosente ang siyang nadadamay. So aside from that, yung mga yung image natin sa international community nakakasira, lalo na hindi tayo nakaka-invite ng mga investors. So talagang panahon na para taasan natin yung pagpataw ng death penalty sa kanila. And then
Plunder.
Di ba alam mo naman, kami nasa gobyerno na din. And mga bagito kami, we admit na bagito kami sa politika. Kaming tatlong nakaupo, si Kong Yap and si Kong Tulfo plus ako. So pero mas gusto naming, it's about time na parusahan natin na mas mabigat yung gumagawa ng pagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan.
Okay. Alright, tapos sabi mo may M, clamp, di ba?
Okay, yung letter M, as a media practitioner, gusto kong isulong yung Magna Carta for Media Workers. Kasi wala pa talaga tayo na Miss Pinky. Yung Magna Carta for Media Workers. Kasi di ba yung mga sinasabak natin sa gera, yung mga like mga reporters, yung cameraman, yung mga utility natin na wala naman talagang, alam mo naman yan.
Okay.
So, kailangan nila ng mga, yung insurance man lang, health insurance, kailangan din. So, tapos yung contractualization, alam naman
Ang
natin
regular
yan,
employees
I'm very
naman
generic.
meron, ano? Yeah. Ang regular
Yung
employees naman meron
Pero
talagang
the
health
rest
cards,
kasi na medyo, yun ang pagtutuunan natin.
Yung talents
pansin.
na tinatawag natin.
Yung talent
Okay.
na tinatawag natin.
At ang P,
And of course, kasama
Clamp ba?
yung letter P, protection for the LGBTQ, protection for the elderly, protection for youth. Yung kasi 'di ba yung
dami niyong plano,
bullying, yes, yung sa bullying ngayon, yung sa mga millennials natin, kailangan medyo taasan siguro din yung, although meron tayong anti-cybercrime law, pero siguro mas mainam na and of course the protection for the environment.
ang dami ninyong plano.
Ang dami,
Niña.
medyo malawak
Will you
talaga.
be able to do this?
Ang first agenda namin na talagang doable is yung Action Center. Kasi yung
Which
kaming
is existing.
Which is existing and dadagdagan. Why? Kasi ako from Bicol, we will be putting up Action Center na by June na pag-upo namin because it's our commitment to the people. Yung talagang, actually,
Yun ang pinangako nyo
hindi ko
sa
sinasabing
mga-
pangako, commitment. So by June, meron na ako, kasi I'm from Iriga City, Camsur. Sa hometown ko, doon yung Action Center. And then sa Isabela kay Congresswoman Tulfo, kasi baluarte naman niya yun. And si Congressman Yap, si Eric Yap, sa Davao naman.
And ang Action Center, obviously, hindi bago sa inyo dahil matagal nyo na itong ginagawa
Yes.
together with the Tulfo brothers. But the question is, why you? Why the wife of Rafi? Why Mr. Eric Yap? And why not Erwin or Rafi?
Okay, now it can be told. Ako talaga dapat hindi dito. Dapat it's really for the position is for Erwin talaga. But he begged off. Sabi niya siguro sabi niya hindi pa napapanahon. Not the right timing. Kaya sabi ko nga, why me? Nung una talaga. Kasi di ba, Miss Pinky, 29 years ako sa broadcast industry, 20 years sa public service show
Iiwan mo
namin.
yan.
So parang, sabi ko, it's an ultimate sacrifice for me. So parang silang nag-decision for me na sabi ko nga, sobrang flattering and at the same time, challenge sa akin na bakit akong pagkakatiwalaan nyo? And considering na third nominee pa, kaya parang yung chances of winning, hindi ganun ka.
Were you hoping hindi umabot ng tatlo?
Yeah, we're not expecting talaga kasi laban lang because ng mga last month pa, hindi kami sumasama sa survey. Pero sabi ko nga, laban lang. Talagang nagkampanya ako, hard work. I think yun yung tsaka yung siguro the track record will speak for itself na wala pa man kami sa Kongreso, tumutulong na talaga.
Is this going to be a party list of the administration, Niña?
I don't think so. Yun lagi ang ano nila, ang tanong sa akin. Well, issues like, syempre, anti-drug campaign, anti-crime campaign, of course we are in support sa administration. Pero siguro may mga issues naman like, meron naman kaming independence. Like siguro sa issue for train law, for
Kasi hindi kayo sang-ayon doon.
Yes, yung may mga, siguro may mga issues na medyo hindi kami sasang-ayon. Pero in terms of yung mga campaign nga against drugs, crime, we will support that.
Okay, so they got 3 seats. Number 1 po sila sa party list. Niña, maraming salamat. And
Thank you.
Well, of course, we wish you luck together with the 2 other nominees, magiging Congressman-elect Eric Yap, no? And
Yes.
Congressman-elect Tulfo. Again, she's the wife of Raffy Tulfo.
Yes.
All right, maraming salamat.
Thank
and
you for
good
this
luck sa inyong tatlo.
opportunity.
Thank you so much. We'll be taking a short break. When we come back, Bayan Muna and ACT Bicol Party List Representative Carlos Zarate and Alfredo Garbin will be with us after the break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guests today, Bayan Muna Party List Representative Carlos Zarate and ACT Bicol Congressman Alfredo Garbin. Gentlemen, welcome back to the show and welcome back to Congress.
Thank you. Good morning, Pinky.
Bayan Muna, 3 seats.
Yes.
Pero naunahan pa kayo ng ACT-CIS. Does that matter to you guys?
Yes, still a victory for us despite the fact of the relentless attacks. At alam mo naman, kulang kami sa resources, no? Talagang trabaho sa ground. And I think people naniwala pa rin doon sa ating legislative agenda. At yung ginawa natin for nearly 2 decades in Congress, no? Na nagdadala ng politics of change sa loob ng Congress.
Ano ang plano ng Bayan Muna pagdating ng 18th Congress? Anong tututukan niyo, sir?
Siyempre, tutukan pa rin natin yung major social legislation na tinutulak ng Bayan Muna, like the Genuine Agrarian Reform Bill. And of course, malaking usapin dito, Pinky, yung train pa rin.
Yeah.
Tutulak namin yung pag-repeal pa rin sa regressive provisions ng train and other anti-people and progressive taxes. Andyan pa rin yung pension reforms na itutulak natin para sa senior citizens, barangay captains, and others. No? And of course, ang trabaho naman natin hindi lang sa loob ng Kongreso, maging sa labas ng Kongreso, pagbabantay para sa interes ng ating mga mamamayan. No? And FOI, isa yan sa legislative agenda rin ng Bayan Muna na itutulak. And yung Human Rights Defenders Bill.
Congressman Garbin, of course, welcome back to ACT Bicol. Pero kayo, 2 seats.
2 seats po.
Bayan Muna, 3.
We are short of 2 decimal points to maintain the 3-seat cap.
So, ilan ang kulang nyo?
0.2 from, we were able to maintain the 3.78%. But when the votes came from the overseas, bumaba kami ng 3.76. And so, 2 decimal points lang.
Parang hindi kayo masyadong kilala sa mga OFW. Ganun ba yun?
Well, meron silang sariling sektor.
Yeah.
But meron pa rin kaming boto doon. Yun lang, nakakapanghinayang lang, kagaya ni Congressman Zarate na nakakuha sila ng maximum 3-seat cap. Sayang lang ho. Siguro mga 10,000 votes lang yon to maintain the...
And you would have had 3 seats in Congress.
For 2 elections, we were
Parating na lang silang number 1 kaya dapat kami na rin.
mukhang nakakuha ata ng puntos ang ACT-CIS sa inyo, Congressman
Tama ho,
Garbin.
si Kong Niña Taduran, medyo nabawasan din kami doon.
Kinunan ka ng boto?
Kinunan kami
From
doon.
Bicol.
Well, all right. Agenda of ACT Bicol, sir.
Anything that is good for our constituency spread all over the Bicol region. And of course, the continued contribution of formulating and enactment of legislation that will contribute and will make good to the nationwide. Yun naman ang aming trabaho eh. Hindi lang yung aming advocacy at aming yung programa. yung pag-formulate talaga ng mga legislative measures that will really help the nation.
Congressman, I remember that maybe a month ago, there were a number of congressmen who were against yung plano ng MMDA sa provincial buses. Ano? Is there something that can be done in the 18th Congress? Because as of now, it was suspended, but it was a little unclear why it was really suspended. They said it was also because of the elections na yung halalan. Pero we don't know what will happen in the next couple of weeks.
Nasentro yung aming pag-uusap sa Committee on Transportation last Monday on the necessity of prohibiting provincial buses in entering along EDSA. Ano ba talaga yung necessity? Ano yung pangangailangan? They cannot explain. They cannot show any grounds or scientific basis or legal basis for that matter that they can prohibit provincial buses. Kumbaga, hindi nila makonect that the provincial buses are really the cause of traffic along EDSA.
Actually, may number sila dyan, Congressman, but what was a little strange about it was that napakaliit ata nung ino-contribute na traffic.
5%.
Private cars naman talaga ang pinakamarami sa EDSA.
Oh, well, that's true. But what can be done about that? So, magpapatuloy po yan.
Papatuloy kami. In fact, there's another hearing. And we also filed a petition before the Supreme Court questioning the constitutionality of the said move. Because there was already a Supreme Court decision in the case of Byron case, decided by the Supreme Court 2007, na talagang ang MMDA has no police power to prohibit terminal bus, avoid or they cannot cancel or revoke the permits of terminals along EDSA.
Because I think there was an appeal to also local government officials na merong mga terminals sa bus na i-cancel yung kanilang mga lisensya doon. But that's siguro something that we will have to see, no? In the next few weeks possibly at saka pagpasok ng 18th Congress. Was it a challenge, Congressman Zarate, especially for Bayan Muna to make it this time around?
Yes, alam mo, open ito, no? Nung nakaraan, hindi lang Bayan Muna, buong Makabayan Block. Before, during, after, and even on the day of the election itself, no? Grabe yung atake talaga sa amin. Traditional media, social media, mga tarpaulin, from the AFP, PNP, and other agencies, wag ibalik, no? I-boycott ang Bayan Muna. Kaya, of course, I have to admit, Pinky, no, na nasaktan din yung kampanya namin. No? But it's a big victory pa rin for Bayan Muna and Makabayan Block dahil nakabalik yung 4 naming party list, except for Anak Pawis, no, na talagang tinamaan sila. Kaya, it's a vindication. And ang tingin namin dito, hindi tinanggap ng mamamayan, no? Especially for Bayan Muna. In the 17th Congress, ako lang mag-isa ngayon, no? Nakaupo. Pero ang ibinalik nila ay 3. No, so talagang we owe it to the people, no? And susukliin namin ito sa 18th Congress ng pagtutulak pa, no? Pagtindig doon sa mga interes ng ating mamamayan.
All right, we'll be taking a short break. This is the SARS on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching the SARS on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Bayan Muna Party List Representative Carlo Zarate, and ako, Bicol Congressman Alfredo Garbin. Gentlemen, 2 things I want to discuss. Number 1, speakership. Palagay niyo ho ba at saan ho ba kayo mapupunta? Who will you support here?
Kami at this point, ang block namin mag-uusap pa. Tapos pinapakinggan namin yung mga nagpapakita ng intensyon, no, na maging speaker, kung ano bang mga plano nila. So at this point, 6 ata yan sila. So, nasa meet and greet.
Pero nasan kayo papunta?
Wala pa. No? Wala pa.
Sigurado,
we have to
sir?
decide as a block. No? Kailan magkaroon kami ng consensus dahil pagdating naman sa Congress, independent pa rin yung tindig namin, even if we belong to the majority or the minority.
Congressman Garbin.
Yesterday, during the press con of the minority, I issued a statement na sabi ko, itong lahat ng mga major political parties, including the party list coalition, kasi common denominator. Kung sino yung basbasan ng presidente, they all gravitate towards that candidate. Case in point, when we were starting the 17th Congress, Kong Kaka Nograles, used to be the chair of Committee on Appropriation, and now at CABSEC, presented to the President, Mr. President, I have 140 signatures. But the President has someone in mind. Hindi siya. So, yun po yun. Nung in-announce, Bebot Alvarez, punta na lang kay Bebot Alvarez.
So, palagay mo ganun din ang gagawin ninyo?
Sa tingin ko, I think the President cannot you know, gawing divisive yung ma-divide yung Congress.
Hindi, tsaka yung congressman.
That has always been the setup naman
Ganun naman
dito sa
talaga, di ba?
Pilipinas, no? Na yung
Kung
speaker,
sino yung basbasa ng Pangulo, parang ganon, di ba? Yeah. I guess, so what? It's a wait and see. Yan ang
It's a
mangyayari
wait and
ngayon.
see.
too early.
Pero parang napakaraming vying for the speakership.
Yeah, I think.
But you can consider 3 serious.
Who are the 3 serious for you,
For
sir?
me, Lord Velasco, Martin Romualdez, and Alan Peter Cayetano.
Yung tatlo.
But I think all 6 of them
Six
are
of them.
all serious candidates, no?
Did you say Alvarez? Congressman Garbin?
No, Cayetano, Velasco, and Romualdez.
Romualdez. He didn't say Congressman. Isn't former Speaker Alvarez a serious contender, you think?
Kagabi nakita ko sa news, mukhang tinaas nila yung kamay ni Lord Velasco
Sa mga
during the
meeting.
PDP.
There was a PDP meeting last night. It was a dinner/meeting of some PDP members. All right. Party list groups. The question really now is because of the Duterte Youth Party List Group, number 1, is Mr. Cardema allowed to substitute? Sabi po ng COMELEC kagabi, as of last night and this morning, I believe that pinayagan ata yung substitution because the question was, is it done on or before May 13? Here's a question I want to ask, and please feel free to. Ano ho ba talaga dapat ang substitution? Because from my understanding, the COMELEC was saying in the past, COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez was saying dapat November 28 because why? Ayaw nilang i-exploit o gamitin yung substitution right before the elections. What are your thoughts on that? Doon muna tayo.
Yes, I think tama yung kay spokesperson Jimenez. Kailangan i-clarify ng COMELEC yan. Although actually totoo naman sa election law, no, pwede ka pa mag-substitute. Halimbawa, the day before or even before the
On
election.
or before.
So ito yung in-exploit ngayon, no, ng grupo nitong nina Cardema, no? And to borrow the words nga of Ding Dong Dantes, hindi naman siguro natulog ito at nagising at sabi niya, trip ko na ngayon maging congressman, sipain ko na yung asawa ko. No? So it's really a subversion, I think, of the intent and spirit of the party list system.
But let me cut you there. But if it is allowed, why is it going to be his fault? Even if, let's say, it was exploited, pinayagan under the rules, pwede.
I don't think it's allowed. No?
Oh, I thought you said.
So, now, meron pang legal question dyan. No? Kaya even Commissioner Gonzon is saying, there are still a lot of issues that have to be resolved. No? So,
Pero kayo, do you know that there is a substitution allowed on or before Election Day? Congressman Garbin.
Under the law, the Party List System Act, substitution can be allowed in 3 instances. Death, withdrawal as a nominee or resignation, and permanent incapacity. And that you have to prove it to the Commission on Elections through documentary requirements. Siguro ito yung pinag-aaralan pa nila. Pero
yung withdrawal, sir, meron bang date dun sa withdrawal is my question.
Dapat makita kung kailan nag-withdraw. And normally it's done through a resignation, whether irrevocable or something like that. So ganun yung mga ginagawa ng nagpapa-substitute. So it is only in those 3 instances wherein substitution can be allowed.
So do you think this should have been allowed? Kayo po.
Ang naging issue dito is
Dalawa, yung substitution at kanyang age. Yung kanyang edad.
Yung substitution was done a day before election. Yun yung sinususpetsahan ng although the party list was already proclaimed. At the same time, when you're representing the youth sector, under the law, you must be
25 to 30.
25 on the day of the election, but not more than 30.
Ang problema, sir, sinasabi, hindi lang naman youth ang kanilang nire-represent, kundi
That's why
pati
it's for the
professionals.
COMELEC to really determine whether the 30 youth is really a
Is it the
sectoral.
COMELEC or is it going to be the House eventually?
Well, at this point, talagang nakita natin kailangan na siguro ng amendments doon din sa party list system law dahil it was really exploited. No? Ito yung classic case, itong case ni Cardema, no? Kung paano nila, they game the provisions of the party list. No? And it will set really a very bad precedent kung papayagan ito.
Congressman Garbin, would Ako Bicol be amenable, just as a last question, to a review of the party list?
Ever since we were pushing for the review, including that of how party list seats are being allocated. Kasi ang labo minsan yung formula hindi masyado naiintindihan ng taong bayan. But, you know, a simple way of doing that is those who garnered the highest number of votes must be given the highest distribution of seats. Kasi yun naman ang essence of representation. So how will you, you know, bibigay ka sa isang mababang boto as compared sa napakalaking boto?
All right, Congressman, we've run out of time. Maraming salamat po sa inyo and good luck. We'll see you more sa 18th Congress, sigurado. Congressman Garbin, maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you,
Congressman
Pinky.
Zarate,
Thank you, Pinky.
also, thank you. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines, and we now go to the PNP headquarters. Peter Advincola, alias Bicoy, is giving a press briefing.